With that, the gentleman from Texas, Mr. Williams, is now recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Director, good to see you again. Consistently, you have come before this committee saying you would protect the interests of small business. You've said that today. However, since you joined the CFPB, your agency continues to add burdensome requirements without consideration of their impact on small business and small lenders, and you know I am a small business person. For the past 6 months, I've been consistently hearing from small and community bankers back in my district in Texas and across the country on how unprepared and terrified they are about the CFPB's Section 1071. Small business data collection rule is what it's known as, and small lenders are concerned that the complicated reporting requirements, which add 81 new data fields, will tie up loan officers and increase compliance costs, ultimately forcing them to pass these costs down to who? The customer. So furthermore, small lenders are worried this rule will push the industry towards a standardized small business loan product and kill relationship banking, which all of us are familiar with and have grown up with. This overly burdensome rule will limit the bank's lending abilities and make it harder for small businesses to access the capital they need. Now, I've been working with members of this committee and the Senate to push back against the rule, and I'm glad to say that see that our CRA is coming to the floor for a vote this week. So it's critical that we pass this bill to overturn the rules, stop the regulatory overreach, and protect Main Street America. So this will be an easy yes or no answer for you, I think, Director. Congress is elected by the American public, and you are an appointed bureaucrat. So the question is, will you respect the views of the American people and overturn the 1071 rule should both chambers vote in favor of nullifying this rule, yes or no?
Well, if it's enacted into law pursuant to the Congressional Review Act, of course we will comply with that.
Thank you. The funding structure of the CFPB minimizes congressional oversight and budget authority and instead relies on allocations from the Fed. This unconventional funding approach has sparked numerous legal challenges, raising concerns about the Bureau's lack of transparency and accountability of the American people. This funding mechanism is vastly different than other federal banking agencies. In order to have a check on the CFPB's power, it is imperative that your operations be subject to congressional operations or appropriations. So, Director, while we wait for the court's decision on your agency's funding, how are you ensuring that you are remaining transparent and accountable to the American people?
Well, respectfully, we try and do everything we can with respect to our spending. We have not only complied with the statutory requirements on audits, providing reports, we have tried to answer all sorts of questions that people may have and frankly taken a lot of feedback. We have also looked very carefully at spending that can be eliminated. We have spent below our budget cap that is given to us from the Federal Reserve and not even requested the full amount. So we continue to look at how we're going to have a workforce that can help us deliver what Congress said. But of course, we await the Supreme Court's ruling. The CFPB, the Fed, the OCC, the FDIC, others are funded very similarly. So we're all looking forward to getting a conclusion to that, that issue.
All right. The CFPB has indicated that they are in the pre-rule stage of creating a new overdraft rule that would reclassify overdraft fees and finance charges. This proposal is widely unreasonable and burdensome for consumers and providers. Overdraft is a key tool that allows consumers to withdraw more money than is available in their account so that they may make a payment with these temporary funds. So with the rising cost of everyday needs due to the Biden economics that we see today, this feature is helpful in situations that are due because of Bidenomics, and this feature is helpful in situations where a consumer has unexpected expenses or delays in income. So overdrafts allow them to continue with a purchase of whatever they may need. So this safety net is a key for consumers and must be protected. So, Director, is the CFPB actively working to eliminate overdraft programs that consumers rely on to meet day-to-day needs like groceries or other essentials?
As I've shared before, we do believe that all forms of credit, also overdraft services, they have a role to play. Our focus has been to focus where it has been illegally done, and we have received requests to look at rulemaking to provide clarity, but there is not an effort to eliminate, that need that you share.
Okay. All right, thank you, and I yield my time back.
Gentleman yield.